in case there are certain errors, let's say 20, 25 errors, and it simply gives you a number saying that okay, 20 accounts or 20 contacts were not created, then you cannot figure out which 20 contacts were not created, and it becomes a little difficult. So for that there is another option or another way of importing the data, which is through a data loader. Okay, so what is data loader? Data loader is a software, okay, standalone application which can be installed on your computers, and you can do the data import through that also, right? That is something which will give you a detailed log. So I just want all of you to log in into your Salesforce Developer Edition. Let us download and install data loader. So please log in into your Salesforce Developer Editions. All of you go to setup, data management. Under data management you will find an option called data loader. Select data loader and then click on download the data loader. Fine. So if you want, you can do it later on as well. You can click on the download data loader after the session also, and once this is downloaded you have to go and install it. So you'll have to go and run the exe file, the way we download any other software. So this data loader is a standalone application which is used for data management. Now this gives you a few advantages. It has a few advantages over the import wizard. Okay. You must be thinking that when we have that import option available directly, why do I need to download and install an application and then use it, right? Downloading the complete data loader application and installing it and then using it, what are the advantages? Why would I do that? You will do it because data loader will, after the import is done, it gives you a detailed log. Okay, so that is a big advantage. Practically speaking, in case you do not get detailed log means which records were created, which were not created, which had error. You need to know that. If you don't get that information, it will be difficult for you to deal with it. So data loader gives you detailed logs, right? Then data loader basically can import up to 5 million records, whereas the import wizard that we used earlier, the one that we just saw, this import accounts and contact, it can only import 50,000 records at a time. So it can only import 50,000 contacts or accounts at a time, whereas your data loader is capable of importing 5 million records at a time. Okay. It is faster in processing. Okay. So the processing happens a little faster in data loader. That is one advantage. One more advantage that you have for data loader is, if you notice here, you have the option of importing accounts, contacts, leads, solutions, right? Do you see an option of importing campaigns or opportunities? No. Do you have an import opportunities? No. You have an import cases? No. You have import campaigns? No. Right? Which means this import option which is available here on the web-based application has limited options. Okay, so you cannot import anything from here. But using data loader you can import anything. So in data loader you will have the option of importing opportunities, cases and all those things, right? Can import ops, cases, campaigns. Got this? So these are the advantages of data loader. So I'll just quickly show you how the data loader will look. Once you download and install it, you will be able to see it in your programs. You open it, it will look like this. You want to import, you should do an insert. The moment you try to do any of the operation on data loader, it will ask you for your login ID and password. So I'll put your login ID and password of your Salesforce Developer Edition. That will work. So put your login ID password and try to log in. But the moment you put your login ID password, even if you put a correct password and try to log in, it will throw an error. It will say it's a wrong password. See, please check your username and password. The username and password that I have put are correct, but still it will throw this error. The point is that in data loader, you need one additional password, which is called a security token. Okay. So to use data loader, we need to combine our password with a security token. Where do we get the security token? To get the security token, you need to go to Salesforce, My Settings, under My Settings you have personal, and then you have an option of reset my security token. So what is security token? Security token is an additional system generated password. So it's a long password which can be used. So click on that reset my security token, and once you reset your security token, this is system generated, as I told you, right? So there is something which will be sent to your email ID, automatically generated and sent to your email ID. You will have to combine. See, here it shows if your password is my password and your security token is this, you must enter this combined thing. So you combine your password and the security token in place of your password. So here you have to put the security token right after your password. So Vijay has shared the security token with us. I'll just show you what sort of complex security token they sent. See, this is the security token that Vijay received. So it creates a pretty long alphanumeric system generated security token. This is again for the security reason, right? Because data loader is a installed application. Again, there is a security concern or a security threat that people might use it for exporting or importing too much of data and all. For that reason, they want to make sure that only people who have the right password and security token are using it. Now once you combine the password and the security token, your login will be done successfully. So it says your login completed successfully. And then click on next. Okay. Now the remaining steps, once you are logged in into a data loader, Remaining things are same. What you want to import, select that, browse the file, everything is same, no difference. Select which file you want to import and you will have to create the map. So mapping of fields. Okay. Same mapping of the field is happening, but here it's slightly different. Here the fields of Salesforce are at the top and the fields of your file are at the bottom. You just have to drag and map them. Auto match you can do. Company name and account name are same, so let me map it with the name field. Account name and company name. Just drag and drop and map the fields. That's it. Mapping is done. So your all the fields from CSV file are here. All the fields of Salesforce.com are here. You just have to do the mapping. That's it. Click on OK. Go to next. Okay. Before importing, before you do finish, it asks you for another directory. So what is this thing? It is asking for a directory where you would want to save your success and error files. Success error files is the detailed log that I was talking about, right? So here it simply asks you a location on your desktop or your hard disk where you want your success and error files to be stored. I say save it in my desktop. Click on finish. Yes, it's very fast as compared to the other one, right? See, instantly you get a message here that your import is done. You can see all the successes here, which all records were successfully imported. If you have any errors, those will be shown here, right? So this helps you a lot. Not just here, the directory that you defined there, your success and error files will be stored. Okay. So that is how it works. Got it? So data loader is one thing that you might want to use. So we have both the options available. If our data is less than 50,000, if we are okay with a little slow processing, and if we are okay with Salesforce not telling us which records were imported and which were not imported, we can use that import wizard. But in case we need the detailed logs, in case our number of records that we have are more than 50,000, if we want a faster upload, then we'll have to use this application called data loader. Clear? So now we understand the differences also. There is a question which is every time we import, do we need to have a new security token? No. So you can use the same security token till the time you do not go and reset the security token. Till that time you can use the same security token. Should not be a problem. Same way, the way we did our import thing or insert here, same way you can do an export as well here. Through your data loader, you can do an export as well. So you have an export option, you do export, let's say export account. Okay, so there are a few advantages that data loader brings in for export also. So in export, data loader advantages for export. So for export, as you can see, there we had a long process. We tried to do an export there, and I told you that there is a long process for export, right? You start the export, you wait for the email. After you receive the email, get a link, click on the link, go to the page, download URL, download the file. A long process. But if you work through data loader, it will give you instant download. Right? So using data loader, you can instantly download the file, the export file. Second thing that we can do with this export option is data loader export. We have that option of, we can put queries on the data. So you have the option of putting a query on the data that you want to export. If you remember, the export thing that we just did not have any query option. You select account, it will export all the accounts. You select leads, it will select all the leads. What if I want to select only the accounts from a particular country? Or if I want to export only 4 fields of data? That option was not there, right? So here we have that option. So if you go to export and click on next, see, here you have the option of selecting the fields. Query your data the way you want. Which fields you want to export? I just want to export the name field, the type field. I just want to export data where the billing country equals US. So these options are available here, right? So you don't have to take the complete dump of the entire object. You can export a small part of it. You can put a query on that. You can try to export the way you want, right? And the moment you say finish, it will give you an instant download file. So it will not make you wait for the email and the link and the URL and all that stuff. 2 records were extracted. Right. So I just wanted 2 fields, and there are 2 records which meet the criteria, and it has given it to me. Right? So in a way, data loader is something which is more useful for performing these data operations, but it depends whether the company wants to allow you to work on data loader, or they just want you to stick to the import wizard and export option on the web-based application. Because see, data loader, though it is faster and though it is more efficient, but it brings a little bit of security concern as well, right? So for that reason, sometimes companies do not allow the end users to work on something like a data loader, but yeah, at times they do, right? So are we clear on this? Have we understood the data loader part of it and the import export side of it? Please let me know if there are any questions on this. Fine. Okay. So you will have a small activity to do. I want all of you to create a small file, Excel spreadsheet, put any 10 companies name, okay, put some phone number, dummy phone number, fax number, website, sort of things, and try to do an import, both through the import wizard as well as through data loader, and try to do export as well, okay. Tejasvi has a question. She is asking what is upsert. Yeah, upsert basically is a combination of update and insert. So sometimes if you are not sure that the contacts that you are inserting, you feel that some of those contacts might already be existing in Salesforce, then you do an upsert. So upsert will do what? In case it finds the contact or the record already in the Salesforce, it will update that record. In case it does not find it, it will insert that record. Right? So it's a combination of update and insert.